Master. Cleverly, so make you again Sktv venue. Say my cheni, tina ke ase my jamu. Engi sano muni, emu aye yo. Engi lova mui, emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from there and I'm part of the club. Qualified people who waiting to serve. The session, the time and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, Sanu to Backwalu. From Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Yes, indeed, Sktv is the best in Liberia. What you can say. Sometimes you have to learn how to sing. I don't know about you people, but singing is good, though. The Father that we served, the God with. So many things can move the papa. Let me tell some of you. Maybe if you don't know today, let me let you know that there are things that can make the papa to feel happy. That's how you look. Some of you shouting. Sometimes when you go to the place of worship, you just make a lot of, sometimes you just make the noise. Sometimes you make the papa self, those I don't want to, but those guys who can be in there, they say, I'm moved, I'm moved by this. So the Father who is in heaven, our God, he moved by so many things. The kind of way you worship him, the kind of thing you do, the way you sing, the way you dance, everything can move God. So sometimes if you're not able to pray, those of us who are not into the 1 hour praying business, because everybody get an era, some people that are able there to pray for one, but 1 hour prayer, I don't understand sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but even in the Bible, it says, don't be repeating one thing over and over. Then that means you're just saying things to yourself now. Because I don't think that God you're talking to. Because the God you talk to, he get ears. He can hear. He see you. He with you every day. So when you shouting, when you doing this thing to him, he just look by himself. He said, let me find the different way to go. Because the reason I'm saying this is that singing is good. Dancing is good in the house of God. Well, those people are impressing, and they decided to know. I think what we'll do is that we'll just praise, sing to the Lord. Just for praising and singing. Just for praising and singing. The praising compound gate open. Just for praising and singing. Then to be complaining. Robert Fasulu, Jacqueline, my dear brother, the chairman. Look, they show today. Put it in your book of record. Because the social chairman will join us today. Are you sure? Steve will be here. Don't mind me, the call is not easy. We're in Europe. So When you hear me talking this way, that means the coup is something away. But again, the social chairman will join us here today. Steve Bullet, Mose will be here with us to make the spark plug hot. The spark plug. When you're around, you have your own way of doing all of these things. So people, let's share the show. Today is Thursday, the 11th of September, the 9th month, and if I'm not a father, year we meet the same. 2025. Mr. Connor will join us. Mon will be here with us, but Ali, if possible, he gave us a schedule that, yes, indeed, he gave us his new schedule that, yeah, maybe you will be in and out. And the social chairman, as usual, will be here with us, Steve Bullet, Mose. So many things to talk about. We will talk about some of the things before Steve joins us very soon. We'll talk about the news, about the Ebola, and so forth, and the Ministry of Health already said that indeed there is no any case of such in Liberia, even though we are getting reports that 20 persons has been quarantined in Nima, according to Front Page Africa. So again, we will go into that. Then the latest news before coming on the show about the rape case. Yeah, what kind of country is this? That's the kind of country we found ourselves in. The rape case coming from the alleged rape case, rather. Alleged rape case coming from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Some of the things. Anyway, let me share the show, people. Let's look at what youth. Look. Yeah, go without serious segment. 2 minutes. Someone heading that ministry, in fact, that area of youth and sport, the person almost inassisted. You still giving them youth and sport position to do what? Well, again, we will go to the issue that concerns us, which of course is the rape issue. Share the show, people. The show will be hot. Are you sure? The show will be hot today. Let's share the show. Those of you, please, just share the library for us. Yeah. The youth and sport, you already squandering the life of the young people. Then again, you want to squander. Oh God, yeah, man. Look, let's go to university. God, look, that's what we call the greedy hunter. Those of you who know the greedy hunter, there's let's share the show now. What I'm doing, someone lecture. There's something I used to before, man. There was I don't know what this poster or something where you used to see the greedy hunter, the man have the elephant, the elephant, the big elephant on his back, and he have all of the deers, he have all animals, and still he was still going on the floor to pick up the little grass apple, and they got to a standing. He said, when you have all of these things, you still want to pick up something. So that's what can happen. You have a lot of irresponsible people who live in this country. Irresponsible. God for anyway. They say political and this and that. Irresponsible people. People who don't even have homes. Some people who they don't even go back home. I give you my job. In fact, every time I will ask your wife to the house, how your home running? Because the Bible talk about all these things. If the person is able to run their home correctly, you want them to come outside and run things maybe perfectly and how you think? No. Most of your confusion and how they look. Let's share the show. The show will be hot. Today the show will be hot. Rape didn't offer is rape in this topic. Show will be hot. Somebody rape cases. It been like that forever so long. Sometimes some people just decide to what? Keep their story behind the scene. They don't want for people to know about some of these things. This thing happen. Our young women, for me, I'm very feeling sorry for our young women, be frank. They go look for a job. People will abuse them, will lie to them. They will do all sorts of things to them just because in the name of job. I will give you a job. What the job you get? Oh God, yeah, man. Let's share the show. When we come here with the mentor of advocating for our people. When we come here, we'll come here with all of the people out there who don't have voice to talk. So some of you don't put your political jacket on. But let me recognize few of our people. Steve will soon be here with us. Mose. Let me start off quickly. Sidiki Trawick, yeah, indeed, good evening to you, my dear brother. It's a good evening, Sktv family. As usual, Robert Fasulu Jackson, my dear brother. Robert, Sunday, you had to come. Some of you who are regular viewers, followers, and well wishers, you got to come on Sunday at least so that we all can be able to discuss some of the national issues, truly national issues. You know, because don't be quiet, oh. This country belongs to all of us as people. That's the beauty of life. No one person will come in on this side or here in Liberia say Liberia belongs to your work. No, no, no. So don't allow them to intimidate you. Don't allow them to overshadow you. Don't allow them to make things look like you have no voice. That's how some of you feel. You know, that leader people think. Who people think? Who people? This country for all Liberians. We are so Robert Sunday. You have to come. Sebastian William. Thank you, my dear brother, for following the show. Sheikh Soko. Thank you. Saying that Liberia for you. Yeah, 60 years old man into youth and sport. You already hearing that youth and sports. Youth and sports. Then you carry 60-year-old man. Don't go do what in there. Well, again, that's the country. That is society for all. Karen Croman, thank you for joining us. Darlington Rule, thank you so much. Sandy Addison, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Yes, indeed. And who there? This person say, hi, guys, watching from New Jersey. Okay, that's good. James David, thank you. Abraham, yeah, Abby, you had to join too, man. Yeah, who there? Jeremiah Kola, usual from Sano County, Mississippi Street. Thank you, Abby. Let me say Abby Jeremiah Kola. Abraham V. Kamara also joining us. It's fine. It's a good evening, live from Soklin, I guess, that is Soklin. And Venetia Moba says CMC platform. This is not CMC platform for the point of correction. Let me tell some of you, you know, before you make statement, you should think outside the box. This station, some of you don't even know. This station, the way you see this station as maybe quote unquote this and that. No, the born United Party people. The United Party people who quote unquote, maybe some of them way back will say 1990 United Party people. They will see Truth FM as indeed one of the best radio stations. I'm not talking about those JJC one who just coming. So I'm not talking about those one who just enter. You know, sometimes when you just enter the political party, sometimes you don't understand. You just move with sentiments. You just move with everything. No, but this station is great. All of your party hierarchy that you had today, the person around today, most of them, the party radio station. So when we come here to discuss issues, let's go to the issues. Okay, so let me recognize a few of our people. Nimba Mandi Yako, thank you for joining us from I'm watching from Nimba County, Ganta City. That's good, thank you. Oh, my good friend and brother, Dawdi Daniel, thank you so much for always following the show. My good friend and brother, also born in May. Thank you so much, Ude Asato O Dozen. Asata O Dozen. Thank you so much for watching. And Sandy Addison said, long time for your Mayborn peace. Yeah, my man. For us, we have no issue against them. They won't feel me and let's go to the issue. Like I posted today, let me tell you before I go back to the issue of the Ebola front page Africa reporting and go also to the rape issue before the chairman, the social chairman come up. You know, we all want better Liberia. Let me tell you, no matter which way you find yourself, whether you're into civil society, whether you're into government, whether you're outside of government, whether you're a private citizen or how you may call, or maybe whatever place you think you find yourself. We all want better Liberia. If you're happy, Sunny Anderson, or maybe those of you outside there who are listening to me, if you are happy that your father who work as civil servant, making 150 per month, and someone in that same area, that for example, LEC, the person making 15,000 USD per month, then I don't know. Then if you're happy for that, well, then it's up to you. But for some of us, we are not happy because do you know how many years Do you know how many years that person will work for before they reach to even 5,000? If I went over 15,000, but someone making 15,000 per month, but to you it's by law, but it's theft, it's criminal, it's corruption. That thing that's supposed to be for everybody, then you take almost huge portion of it in the name of is by law. Which law? Who make the laws? It's not us. So that one will come here. We want to tell you out there that you have to open your eyes, even though you love the politicians so much more than yourself, but get it in mind that Liberia will be better and Liberia will get better. The only way that Liberia will be better, the first thing is corruption. Let me tell most of you others, maybe you don't even know. The first thing in this life of ours is corruption. As long corruption is our best friend, we see corruption as way of life. We praise people for stealing from us. We praise people that when they steal from us, they give a little or nothing. They buy us baby top. Some of us, how we look. As long as they buy you baby top, it's okay for you. No. No. So, my brother, some of you get your own personal feelings, issues with us. Every time we come here, you won't get issues. By the way, let's move to front page Africa quickly. Then we'll go to the youth and sport people, the 60 years old people, then we sit down on it. Yeah, but they come to interesting. Every time when you eat able to 60 years old people. Let me see. Okay, good. All right, good. So we almost in. Good. So 16 years old people then sit down, they say they're into youth and sports and all kinds of things. Let me see. So front page Africa reported this story. Yes, indeed, that allegedly that there are some well, let me go straight to the story quickly and be able to report exactly quote unquote what the yes. So all right. So quickly in 30 seconds, please share the show. Those of you who just joining. Seeing also let me see Yamuntu Asadu Mesa. Thank you for joining us. Oh yes, yeah, man, brother. I'm relaxed, my dear brother. No money. You know. Okay, so good. So front page Africa 8 hours ago, it said for Ganta, Nimba County health authorities in Liberia have quarantined more than 20 people in Ganta, Nimba County, following the death of a Turkish national initially suspected of having Ebola. So they said 20%. So 20% of the quarantine after suspected Ebola patient who died or Turkish national. So this story, according to Ministry of Health, also said there is no Ebola. After all of the testing and so forth have been ongoing, no Ebola in Liberia. So those of you who are reaching and asking all of the questions, no Ebola in Liberia. So at least thank God for that. So Mr. Colin already joining us. I will join later soon, but let me go also to this story also quickly. This story also about an ERU officer and army personnel. You know, I think according to this information, also on front page Africa, AFL soldier allegedly brutalized by rogue cop and civilian those at Palm Spring community. So I think this story is trending, and according to the information, and ERU officer and 2 unidentified civilians in the Palm Spring community in Kingsbury jumped on one AFL personnel and beat him. They can use the word mercifully or actually recording and beat him up. So yes, so he's right now at the 14 military hospital. And when that news came out, there were a lot of mixed reactions. Liberians have their say. They're telling to they knew some people seriously condemned and also warning the police officer to stay away again from the AFL people before we witness similar thing that happened. I don't know whether that was the beginning of this year. Yeah, either the beginning part of the year or sometime last year. But we will go to the rape issue quickly. Maybe let me just go there quickly. Then Mr. Connor will just take over from us for a few time. So those of you who just joining, please, thank you. Yeah, so we are getting unconfirmed reports that rape allegations against Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, Councillor Jericho Bangalore, has confirmed that his Deputy for Youth Development, J. Bryant McGill, is facing allegations of raping a 14-year-old girl. According to Minister Bangalore, the Liberia National Police has taken charge of the matter and an investigation is already on the way. He stressed that his administration upholds strict zero tolerance policies against sexual abuse and other forms of unethical behavior. So it is now confirmed that the Deputy Youth Development, yeah, the man who's supposed to make sure the youth they are developed, in fact, they are being accused of rape. So, Mr. Carter, good evening and have a thing.
Yeah, my man, everything is good. I'm very excited right now. I'm very fired up. And, you know, when you see me, happy, you will know. It's not about what people know. It's about the, thing that I know that you don't know, that people may not be aware of. But yes, I'm very excited. Well, again, Melbourne is a sad news to hear that one of our officials of government engaging in rape. I hope it's not true, but it's true. We would love to see the law taking its course. It's very, very disheartening. If you are supposed to be developing youth, it means that you have a lot of young people at your disposal, and you have access to a lot of different young people, and you're supposed to be protecting them as opposed to you being the one to victimize them. So it is not a good news. It is disheartening. Hopefully the law will take a course, but customarily since the ascendancy of Joseph Nima Boakai to the presidency, Liberia as a country has witnessed a lot of lawlessness, no respect for the rule of law, and we have also witnessed exhibition of selective justice in the country. So it is a shame that people will actually focus on one thing. Not too long ago, Joseph Boakai's nephew, who is the Minister of Interior Affairs, was accused, of some bad stuff, but they swept it on the carpet. That's what we call selective justice. I'm hoping Joseph Boakai and the justice system will carry on what we call blind justice, so that those who are victimized can also be able to find justice. So it seems like Melbourne just left me, but I will be here even though I'm working. I'll be here temporarily until Melbourne can come back. I will also be highlighting you, giving you some information. Yesterday, we talked the government's decision to destroy Municipalities' business because of political reason. We talked about it yesterday. It is only fair for us to also come here to update you as to what is going on. We'll do that later on when we are on the radio. Also, about 30 minutes ago, we witnessed a very good news in Liberia. specifically in Ganta, Nima County, wherein we saw machine, yellow machine, and other equipment and dump trucks. They were in the market in Ganta, cleaning up the market. As you may recall, about a week or so ago, Honorable Musa Asambelete was in Ganta, Nima County, wherein he promised the market women to have given them. Actually, he talked about three things. And one of the things that he said he was going to do was to send the machine and also send, dump trucks to clean up the market. Amen. These are some of the reasons why these guys are against Musa Hassan Belete. In Liberia, in Monterey County, in different cities in Monterey, whether it's Monrovia, whether it's Pineville, or other area in Monterey, the dirt everywhere you see, everywhere you go, you see dirt. You see, dead body being discovered from the dump site. It would be like as if to say we don't have a government, as if to say we don't have certain measures, as if to say the country is just being on autopilot, where we have no leadership, everybody do their own thing. Then people will go and dump their dirt, their waste in the drainage. Everything will be clogged. Nothing can move. When it rains, the whole country, the whole city will be flooded. If you look at Ganta City, the biggest market in Ganta, you cannot judge that was there. Musa Belete saw it. These are safety hazards. These are things that can cause sickness. These are health issues. But to see that the government sitting there only fighting to prepare themselves for 2029, to see that money that is being allotted to the city, to the county development fund, the funds are not used to clean the city. The funds are not used to help the market women, where they can go and sell in a safety environment, in a clean environment. But somebody who is not the president, he's not the vice president, he's not the superintendent, he's not the city mayor, to send his equipment to come and clean up the city of Ganta. Inasmuch as we know that Sanikole is the capital city of Nimba County, but Ganta seems to be almost like the commercial capital of Nimba. Ganta is right at the border with Guinea. Ganta is one of the liveliest cities in the whole country. To see that country, that city, the biggest market in that city is overshadowed with dirt, garbage. People can't even hold their nose. Nobody can eat around there. It did not occur to the president who traveled there some times ago. The VP who is always there. The superintendent who is misdirecting the money, the country development fund, that Senator Koga said she should be investigated for, to see that they are not doing anything for the people. Municipality has to be the one to send the machine, the dump truck, to go and clean that city, to clean that market. It's very, very disheartening. And these are some of the reasons why the president and the Unity Party are going against Musa Hassan ability, because what they are not doing is what the man is doing. They don't love their country. They don't love the people. They have the resources. They have the country money, but they are not using it for the people. All they are using it for is to consolidate power, is to consolidate leverage, is to prepare for 2029, is to preserve power, is to stay in power forever, to stay in power perpetually, so that they can loot the country more, so they can steal the country money more. So to see anybody doing extraordinary thing to go and use their own money, now they are saying, before you do for the people, making us to look bad, making us to look ugly, we're going to take away from you. Mabel, I'm glad that you are back. I will say something very important. You know, a few minutes ago, we shared a video on our page wherein Musability, the representative district number 7, also the political leader for CMC, sent, machines and dump trucks to Kanta City, Nima County, to clean up the market. And these are things that the government is getting angry at him for. But my question now is that, are the people offended by the government's action? If the government is fighting somebody simply because of the person helping you, if the government is stopping the man from helping you, they feel like if they attack the man business, if they try to strangle him, if they try to take away the money that he's making for his business that he's using on the people, maybe what they started with, first they say Musa Belete, Musa Belete are criminal. They found out that was a lie. Now they're in power. They got nothing to prosecute Musa Belete on, because Musa Belete is getting his money legally, legitimately, through business, through hard work. And other Liberians are also benefiting from that. So they found out, they say, oh, Ifa, everything Musa Belete doing right now, Musa Belete working with Arab people. They found out that that was a lie. That was a blatant lie. Musa Belete came out and said, I have traced my money. I have a source of income. This is the reason why I did not only send out my assets declaration, but every year, I am providing reports to my district for every single penny I've received from salary to the people of my district. And not only that, the money I'm making, Mr. Belete went on radio, on the television, and said the money I'm making, the reason why I'm helping the Liberian people, I have a
Mr. Kane? Well, it's like Mr. Kane having some technical issues. But again, folks, thanks to those of you who been holding on. We still have the line due to some technical issues, but thank God at least that we're able to reconnect. But again, folks, if you just joining this broadcast, today is Thursday, having to be the 11th day in the 9th month. And yes, indeed, we are here with the Sktv show. Steve will join us very soon. Mr. Khan already here with us. So all of the happening back to back. so many things happening, the USD rate and the economy, the issue of corruption and everything, the LPRC or storage fees, deduction or what you may call it, and so all of these things are things that are making our way, even though we are hearing some health issues also coming from Nima Kanta, where nearly 20 persons have been quarantined, according to information, and the Ministry of Health also denied that, in fact, they said that there are no Ebola. Let me say that way. There is no Ebola, so don't feel panic, or that means don't be afraid. Yeah, go about and do your normal business or businesses. But again, we are here, folks. We're going to be with you up to 8 o'clock. At 7, as usual, we're going to go for the news break. And yeah, good. So again, we will go for the news break. So there are things that we have to put together in making sure that we solve the problem of our country. But again, if you follow the world news, so many things happening around the world, especially coming from Nepal. So many videos been trending coming from that end, where we saw citizens, running after their leaders for what they call corruption, the way that their leader been treating them. And for us here back home, the only thing we can do is for us to hold our leaders accountable. Tell them the truth. Go to them and tell them exactly that what they're doing is wrong. And let them be able to, do the right thing for the betterment of our country. But Mr. Kane, thank you. You step up the line.
Yeah. So what happened, maybe, some people they trying to call me, but they're not getting me. But they see me on the show, knowing that I'm on the show, they're calling me now. Yeah, they're still calling. They know, and they know that when I'm working, I use my phone. So they just did it purposely just to get my attention, thereby cutting me off. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, so what I was saying when you were off, I don't know whether we're on the radio, but what I was saying is that some of the reasons why these people are going against Musability, they are doing everything they're doing to Musability, is because Musability's his ability to be there for the people. He promised that he was going to send machine and and don't try to clean the market. That market was completely covered up, with dirt, with trash. Now he's just doing that. But I was saying, the fact that the government is using now their power, they're using politics to limit Musability, to fight him, to take the money away from him. And now money that he's getting. So all of the people they used to say Musability are criminal, Musability are raw, Musability that this, that, they know now that Musability's source of income is through business. So because of politics, they are trying to weaponize agencies of government now to go and strangulate Musability's business. But the good news is, Musability has the law on his side. Musability has the law on his side. We are country of law. And according to the information, these people will be defeated. Because they think they can do anything to everybody in Liberia. People will just say, you know what, I leave my own to God. But you cannot destroy the life of somebody, knowing that you are taking away food from the mouth of many Liberians who are also legally working for Musability company. Imagine, Melbourne, if you are making 35 cents, then our government will come and say we are taking away 33 cents from you, you're only getting 2 cents. It's directly telling you we are taking you out of business.
Oh yes, indeed.
Even if this government was reasonable enough, in as much as whatever they are doing now right now is illegal, but if they were actually reasonable and they had sense, and they were not a bunch of irrational people with no sense of direction, who will go and take away somebody's business from there 98% of what they're getting? You think the person will just sit down and allow that to happen? Even Liberian people who are not working for Musability, who are not even associated with Musability, or that in the party that Musability is part of, they know God himself will not agree to that kind of thing. That's called misuse of power. So for them to go, and they're going to say, you know what? Okay, Musability, you're making 35 cents for whatever reason, you know, at least take 20 cents or 25 cents. The government going to take 10 cents. That will make sense. Somehow, with good explanation, with something that you can prove that yes, indeed, it will help the people. But you're taking the money from the man to destroy the man's business simply because the man using his money, his hard-earned money to help the Liberian people. You think that will give the man political leverage? Neighbor is bad. And Mr. Belete told me, the political leader in our spoke not too long ago. He's fine. He's very happy, he's very excited. He says, Sekou, these people, they're not going to do anything. With God on my side and the truth being on my side, will prevail. He said, and beyond that, their action will never stop the CMC, the progress of the CMC. And he was very, very bitter. He was very, very excited because some people came from around the country. People saw and support to the CMC. So yes, everything is good. The chairman, the political leader is in good spirit. He's excited. And he said the legal team are working tirelessly to make sure that justice prevails.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Kane, I think that's the best thing because
Remember, somebody came in. I don't know who I think somebody came on. I don't know.
see. All right, see what is saying. No sound. Wow. So, Mr. Kane, hold on. Let me see how best to go for this break or maybe do this adjustment, please.
I think it's good now though.
We can hear you now. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear two of you.
But why you coming late? Why you coming 45 minutes late?
No, the man know me. He talked earlier. I had something to do. I just earlier today. I told him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did.
What's going on?
Yeah, everything's super. We just follow the politics, and we're here today to continue our prediction on the United Party plan for the opposition, especially the opposition leaders. They don't want to attack. They don't want to go after opposition. They want to go after their leaders. We said it on Sktv, we predicted a few weeks ago, and it will not stop. It will not stop. It will not stop. And we'll let Labrampo know the details of some of these plans and other things that are going on behind closed doors. And for those of you who are quiet and you think this is a joke, watch out for your political leader. Mr. Kane, are you there?
I'm here, Steve. I want to ask you, what do you make up of the political parties or partisans of political, of all opposition who are celebrating the government going after Musability business? Because I see some people from different political parties that are celebrating the government, action to destroy Musability business, and they're celebrating that, and they call themselves opposition.
Well,
what do you make of that?
I would really love for Melbourne to be on for us to delve into this conversation, Mr. Kane, because it's not only a risky, dangerous play that they're on, but it's not a joking matter. It's not something to celebrate, to be very honest. It's not something to celebrate. And we'll give them the timeline and what these guys intend to do and how they intend to carry out their plans against the opposition at large. And that day we were very clear. We named the people that they are going to go after. We named President George Weah, former President George Weah. We named Alexander Cummings. We named Musa Hassan Bilati. We named Simeon Freeman. And we named Maswe Kenya, based on what we have gotten and what we've heard and what we know that is credible. These are the people that they will go after. They not only use the justice system, they'll use other means. So we want to lay the premise. Those of you who are laughing, who are taking this for a joke, Mr. Kane, to your question specifically, this is not a joking matter. This is not a fun matter. This is not something that you sit and think that, oh yeah, and because CNC and Musa Bilati were around the play, so yeah, it's sweet for no. Your political leader is next. Your political people are next. And we'll let the time land. This is what we want to go back into history, Mr. Kane, because this is not mutual exclusive. Just for the record, I'm not here to back CDC. I'm not here to talk for CDC. But we have found out that they plan to prosecute Alexander Cummings and to call him a criminal or whatever it is that was instituted and carried out during the 2023 election was actually the plan for Unity Party. You're listening to this because this is very interesting. This is important. We'll lay it down so that you can understand and make the connections to what these guys are up to currently in the opposition, against the opposition, now that they're in power and what they want to do. They concocted this plan because when they tried to bring in the idea of black voting, I think some of you were on the same show. It was on the same show that Costa first announced the idea of black voting, when there was this pressure of going into electing the CPP leader who will lead the CPP. Now, when the United Party figured that they never had the resources to be able to galvanize and mobilize support so that Joseph Numa Boakai could lead the CPP at the time, they decided that they will go into black voting, but they wanted to test the black voting thing to the public first, because they didn't want to go by their own rules that they set, that in the CPP rules at the time, in the CPP document that they had at the time, that they had to go through the different counties, through the different groups, these different political parties that were going to send representatives for them to vote or for them to elect the leader. When they went through and they saw that the favorability was not to their side, it was to Cummings' side, what they decided to do was to abort the process. And in order to abort the process, they said they will go use unconventional means. Unconventional means for Omar Papina and me, they will go on the crooked side. They don't want to do what is right. They want to go on the bad side, on the crooked side. So they said they will go on the crooked side because that's the only way they could get what they wanted. So the same Costa that the Costa came on the same show and he said they were going to do the black voting thing. That black voting thing was highly resisted by Liberians all across the spectrum in Liberia and out of Liberia. That no, you can't do that. You already have a document that said this is the process you will use to elect your leader. So we need to follow that process. They're backward to the wall. So the plan B, you're listening to this because this is important for us to understand, folks. Some of you don't understand how these guys work, how their minds work. What you see on Facebook is just what you see in the media. It just most of the time the byproduct of the things that these guys plan behind closed door in the night when you're sleeping. So they decided, they said, we're not do the black voting thing again because it's not popular and people are resisting it. And we have a we have a constitutional document that we got to follow. So let's use the constitutional document to lie on Mr. Cummings and say he authored the document. I'm not going to use the word to use. That F word to use, I'm not going to use it because I know it's triggering for some people. So that's when the switch, y'all listen, that's when the switch from black voting to Cummings author the document or Cummings change document. That was the crime they wanted to put on your head. Y'all listen to this, so this is very serious. And again, I'm not here to defend CDC, but I will say the truth. The only concern or problem we had with the real government at the time was enabling this, knowing that they knew that there was no crime committed here. That's the only concern LeBron had with President George Weah and CDC at the time. And they were doing it for political gains, thinking that they were going to work with Unity Party to be able to change the election and get in a second term or whatever it is. The CDC didn't even know. Eventually, we'll get into how CDC was played by the Unity Party, how George Weah was played by the Unity Party and other people. And this group of people that played George Weah, one of the major leaders was the current vice president. We'll talk about that part, but that part is not important right now. Let's make sense of what's happening now so that you can make more sense of things and things that are to come. So that when it happens, you can come out of Sktv. Some of you will not give credit on Sktv, but we're okay with it. That's why we remain formidable and credible. Costa, they were using Costa as the spokesperson at the time and as the propaganda and the person who will do all the dirty work. That's why it's sweet for Costa today that Joseph Boakai is still using him as his junk. But we'll talk about Costa another time because just so you know for the record, Costa like Joseph Boakai junk. I want you to understand this today. All the political people in the country, Costa like Joseph Boakai on a junk. Joseph Boakai can push him on the side, lie to him, say, I'll give you the other position, may A, B, fool him, may happy. Later on, so we'll talk about him. So we'll talk about him. But so they use Costa to come. And Costa made that to you and said that the UP, the ALP, and the Yombli Kanga Lawrence side of the Liberty Party were working with the CDC government to hold Alexander Cummings accountable. The first thing they wanted to do was to push Alexander Cummings out of the CPP. But let me tell you today, Mr. Cummings is a hard-headed guy too. Mr. Cummings said he's not leaving. He will stay in the CPP and he will handle it. When they couldn't find a way that they said, no, then we got to go to the government to prosecute this guy. That's when they started using Serena Cephas. Listen to this. So they say the best thing we can do is to put criminal allegation on this guy, make sure a whole, not only that we tarnish his reputation for the political things in Liberia, but we'll also put him in jail because, let me tell you, to the politics, that perception as well. People won't have that perception about you. So when people put that stigma on you, that perception on you, it goes a long way in politics. It goes a long way. So the goal now was for them to work together, along with Serena Cephas, sanctioned Serena Cephas, who's still passing around and is still using as lawyer and talking funny thing. So they started using Serena Cephas as the man now. And all the thing what they were doing, the end goal was for Joseph Boakai to use the CPP to become president. That was the end goal. So Alexander Cummings said, okay, I will sit down here, I will not listen to this. So they tried it with the CDC. That's where, with the Unity Party, that's where you used to see Joseph Boakai. They will bring him out of the car. If y'all can remember, they bring him to the court. And then because they wanted the image to be there, they wanted that perception to be there. So they'll bring Joseph Boakai. Y'all remember Joseph Boakai used to wear the BB trousers there? When we're talking, y'all get vest, but that too. It's not a disrespect. Joseph Boakai used to wear Vulas trousers. Those BB trousers then that can't feel you, we call them Vulas. In la brother Vulas trousers, and they can be on you like they're looking like you go. Joseph Boakai was wearing no trousers. And that's true. The images are there. It's not a disrespect. That's just the fact. So the fact is, Joseph Boakai will come down with a BB trouser, then they'll pass me around with Serena Cephas. Then Serena Cephas will wear pink. You know why you get a name say, man. You get a man pass me one coin, just say, man, you see that? But at the end of the day, they will pass around Gallivant, and Joseph Boakai will say nothing to the court. So the pressure from the public said, no, Joseph Boakai got to testify. And you can recall when Joseph Boakai came to testify, Joseph Boakai and Mo Ali on an oath. You're listening to this, Mo Ali. 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 Mo who after that, after he finished testifying, the Ramadan day, he went to the mosque collecting meat. Mo Ali, he was collecting meat in plastic there. That Mo Ali. On some serious note, Joseph Boakai came to the public. His Bible. You listen to this, you're who Christian. I know you're coming to get me, but like you are talking to you. Joseph Boakai came because you can case Bible in a code. No one hasn't been a code before, so you will not know that one. Or you can case Bible in code.
No, it's true. It's true. That one you're right.
Joseph Boakai
the Bible now has been used abnormal, the Bible and now the Quran.
Joseph Boakai case Bible in code and say he does not know coins and lie about the document and the CPP thing that they plotted. Fast forward, Mo Ali came there too and said, you're not Christian, you're not Muslim. He case Bible. You're not Christian, you're not Muslim, but are you casing Bible? You're not ready yet. You are not ready yet. You are not ready. So fast forward, these guys moved the needle so that they could prosecute Cummings. When we came on the show and advised Cummings that he should not, and advised Mr. Cummings that he should not use the liberal means to handle this case. He should not use the liberal means to handle the case. If he uses the liberal means to handle this case, it will be a problem. They will hold him. So Cummings thought out of the box. That being said, before we go to the break, folks, we're soon be going to the break. We don't want to continue on the story. We'll get back with the story to pick it up from where we start. From where we start, we'll pick it up from there to tell you what's happening behind closed door and how they intend to prosecute the political people then now that they have power. Can you imagine they don't have power? They came out with these dubious plans. Now that they have power, what they are concocting behind closed door. So fast forward, that's why we are telling Fonatic, we told Fonatic Kofa on the show. Yeah, listen to this because we don't want to tell what will happen. Then it happened. We told Fonatic Kofa to not resign. We told Musa Hassan Benete, the rule of law caucus should not give into that thing what the guys were doing. You keep hauling the thing. The child say man sleep is second sleep. You keep hauling it. The more the noise in the country. That Joseph Boakai government. Joseph Boakai want noise. And I won't call the noise for him. We told them and they never listen to us. They went, they say they got to move the country forward and for the peace sake. And we told Fanatic Kova say, if he dare give in, if the ruler caucus gives in, it is done for him. Those boys will go after him to destroy his life. And nobody will destroy Fanatic Kova life. You're watching see. And we told Fanatic Kova also, he should use the Cummings playbook. Do not do that Liberian court thing. Those guys in Liberia, most of them, they don't want to do what is right, especially the politicians. They will use the court. They will lie even on the court. Can you imagine the brave man he got in there to allegedly force the U.S. embassy's signature? Can you imagine if they can go that far? Tell me what they can do. And you're saying now, I think this is a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Well,
now you get I think over right now running around in circle every day only. I'm ready for you, Fanati. You understand yourself. We told you, you listen to her. But my boys,
thank you. Thank you, my soldier chairman. Let's come back after the news break. We'll continue with that. But
yeah, we'll keep on there.
I don't know whether you are a history teacher, but maybe have it after that break. The 15 minutes news break, then we will continue with that. Thank you so much.
Nobody going anywhere. Everybody stay here. After the news break, we'll come back.
We'll come.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot of news to share with you.
Yeah, don't go nowhere. Don't even go take water, say. Don't go take coffee, break, tea, break. Don't go to the bathroom, say. Get me there. Hang on. Maybe I'll tell it to you, bro. But maybe on the new studio here, where you gotta be moving in and out. What is going on again? I thought the studio here is also on one place. So we face the studio for you to be doing funny thing. Maybe I'm talking to you, man. Then we face the new studio for you to be moving around. The newsman is okay.
My man, the newsman already there. Like, stop it.
Oh, okay, the newsman. Okay. Okay.
Stop it.
At 7, I'm Josh Bowie. In Vietnam's Liberia Revenue Authority announces plan for a modern tax generating machine to boost revenue collection in Liberia. And NEMA superintendent confirms ongoing GSC audit amidst growing scrutiny from some leaders in the county. The National Public Health Institute of Liberia says we regularly and routine conducts surveillance and laboratory tests for viral Amorphic fuel pathologies are all negative. And away from Liberia, South Sudan Vice President charged for murder and treason. Those were the headlines and avenues in detail. The Liberia Revenue Authority has announced plans for the modern tax generating machine to boost revenue collection in Liberia. The authority says it has generated more revenue than previous administration dating from 2024 to 2025. Speaking at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing Thursday in Monrovia, LRA Commissioner General Double Jara disclosed that the government in 2024 generated over 699 million United States dollars in domestic revenue generation. Commissioner Jala further expressed government's commitment to the LRA in collecting more revenue, noting that it has generated 70% of its targeted revenue income, totaling 562 million United States dollars. Meanwhile, the Liberia Revenue Authority board stated that it is working with development partners to bring physical electric equipment to Liberia that will place at all businesses for smooth revenue generation. According to the commissioner, the electric equipment is meant to foster transparency and accountability within Liberia Revenue Authority domestic and internal tax collection. Nima County Superintendent Kau Gunut says the General Auditing Commission is currently auditing the county financial record amid increasing calls for transparency from lawmakers and citizens. Speaking on Voice of Gompa Radio, Superintendent emphasized that the audit is already underway, suggesting that some local officials may be unaware of its progress. Her remarks come following demands from Nema County Senator Samuel Koga and District 7 Representative Responsibility for a comprehensive financial review. The lawmakers' demands are particularly regarding the use of county development fund and other budgetary allocation. Superintendent Gono, in a statement, assured the resident of Nema County that her administration is committed to accountability and transparency for the growth of the county and Labrador at large. She urged residents to remain patient as the audit process continues. The Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia has made several recommendations aimed at improving transparency and accountability around government spending, maximizing domestic revenue mobilization, and enhancing accountability and integrity within the Liberian judiciary. The recommendations, among other things, encourage Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission timely and thoroughly investigates off-budget spending under disbursement to health, education, and other critical sectors, and other performance and accountability-related issues raised by the audit report. Centard said these findings and recommendations of the investigation must be published and timely implemented, including holding those implicated in and wrongdoings fully accountable for their actions and inactions. Speaking Wednesday at a press conference, Center Executive Director Anderson Miami urged the Joint Public Accounts Committee of the legislature to timely review and conduct inclusive public hearings on findings of the audit report on the consolidated account. According to him, the outcomes of such hearings must be documented and fully implemented by the presidency to hold any wrongdoers accountable. In an effort to reduce the recent surge of armed robberies and other criminal activities, the Liberia National Police in Bon County has announced a new regulation restricting the movement of motorcyclists during nighttime hours in Banga and the surrounding communities. According to Vibon County Detachment Commander Assistant Commissioner for Police, Fasu Sharif, the restriction will be enforced daily from 11:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. ACP Sharif stated that several key measures have been instituted to ensure effective enforcement of the new regulations. He emphasized that only motorcycles used for emergency services or official duties and properly identified as such will be allowed to operate during the restricted hours. Police checkpoints have been established at major intersections throughout the city to monitor the movement of vehicles in and out of the county. In addition, night patrols have resumed to reinforce overall security operations in Bon County. ACP Sheriff urged residents to cooperate with the police and make use of available police hotlines in case of emergency. Grand Jita County District 3 Representative Jacob Darby has described the recent decision by the Liberian government through the Liberia Petroleum and Refining Corporation to significantly reduce vitamin storage fees for that's as unilateral. Addressing the media Wednesday in Monrovia, Representative Debbie lamented that the arbitrary reduction in price setting of terminal storage not just unilaterally but a total violation of the Public Financial Management Act of 2009. The Grangita County District 3 lawmaker further said that the action by the Liberia Petroleum Refinery Company undermines legislative revenue framework and a gross disrespect to the 55th National Legislature. According to the representative, the LPRC's decision is a threat to accountability, transparency, and as such, it will undermine the rule of law and inspire the SOEs to act beyond their legal jurisdiction. A criminal court bail has adjudged defendant Bill Jala guilty for killing his girlfriend Princess Wisse at the Fast Neko Entertainment Center on Dupont Road in Painesville. This follows Thursday legal argument between defendant and prosecuting lawyers before Judge Wisse announced defendant Jala's verdict on the same day. Judge Wisse, according to RCI judicial correspondent, ruled that prosecuting lawyers proved all the counts are contained in the indictment to warrant defendant Bill Jala's conviction for murder as provided by law. The indictment accused him of multiple offenses ranging from murder, aggravated assault, and attempt to commit murder. Our judicial correspondent further said murder is a capital offense as such defendant Bill Jala risks life imprisonment and death by hanging as provided by Chapter 50, Section 5, 0.1 and 2 of the Criminal Procedure Law of Liberia. Prior to the court's verdict, defendant Jala openly admitted stabbing his girlfriend, Princess Wisse, 7 times with a silver blade, which led to her death. Defendant Jala further added that he had no justification for killing his girlfriend on December 21, 2024, but pleaded with her family for mercy. The executive director of the Office for the Establishment of War and Economic Crimes Coach, Councillor Jala Babu, has emphasized the importance of memorializing and evidence gathering as a cornerstone for advancing transitional justice in Liberia. Speaking Wednesday at a memorialization and evidence gathering held under the theme Reaffirming and Expanding the Transitional Justice Discourse to Facilitate Adequate Policy Formulation and Policy Dialogue. He explained that transitional justice in Liberia cannot be fully realized until evidence-based approaches and inclusive dialogues that ensure the voices of victims remain central to policymaking. Information Minister Jeremy Pias announced major progress at the Liberia Electricity Corporation. It is disclosed that the construction of a 20-megawatt solar farm is well underway and expected to be dedicated in November. According to Minister Pias, steel erection and solar panel installations are ongoing in line with the project's timeline.
Once commissioned, it will become Liberia's first solar farm. The project, funded by the World Bank, is being implemented by RCC Offshore. President Joseph Boakai programs for the facility in October 2024, and authorities said the entire construction is on track to be completed within a year. The former acting chairman of the Liberia Telecommunication Authority and former chief executive officer of the Tama Corporation, defendant Adola Kamara Tuesday, was temporarily released from Vimon River Central Prison. Despite spending hours in detention, according to our judicial correspondent, defendant Kamara was released on the same day when his legal team proffered a valid criminal bond in return of over 200,000 United dollars before Criminal Court C, which was approved by Judge Usman Fika, consistent with law. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, that's proceeding with this matter at Criminal Court C, has 3 days to challenge the legal sufficiency of defendant Adola Kamara's bond. The Bishop of the United Methodist Church says he foresees disadvantaged youth stationed a coup in the country if nothing is done to address the threat of job now. Bishop Samuel Kwe is therefore encouraging the parents and government not to give in efforts aimed at rehabilitating the huge number of disadvantaged youth in Liberia. Bishop Kwe made the disclosure when he made remarks at the 19th graduation ceremony organized by the New Life Recovery Program in Monrovia recently. The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency Margibi Detachment has begun vigorous exercise to ensure a drug-free region. Wednesday's exercise started in Wiala and later extended to Taskakata in Margibi County. Special Agent Ed Explorer told RCA News that the search led to the arrest of one individual who was in possession of firearm and breaking down of ghettos in the surrounding. To end this news, a recap of our top stories. The Liberia Revenue Authority announces plan for a modern tax-generating machine to boost revenue collection in Liberia. Nema County Superintendent confirms ongoing GSC audit amidst growing security or scrutiny from some leaders in the county. The National Public Health Institute of Liberia says we regularly and routine conduct surveillance and laboratory tests for viral hemorrhagic fever pathogens are all negative. And away from Liberia, South Sudan Vice President charged with murder and treason. That's RCA News Bulletin at 7. My name is George. Good evening.
Well, folks, we are back. The news bulletin just got through with. We are back here to continue from where we stopped. We will be here with Milborn and the rest of the team as we get ready to get back into the conversation. But in the meantime, let's share the show. We'll pick up from where we stopped. And I can tell you for a fact that we stopped at the point where we started talking about Fanati Kofa and the plan that was orchestrated against him by the Unity Party-led administration, Joseph Boakai, and Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn. We're not ignored, or Ali, we don't know what's going on. Nobody's stupid yet. We know that whether you want to exclude them and say that the legislature or whatever, no, that's not true. The manager will go one morning and decide to remove him. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. And so fast forward, here we are today. Here we are today with Joseph Boakai. They're removing the speaker, but not only removing the speaker, taking the speaker to court for the quote-unquote burning of the building. Does it make any sense to you from a grown, mature perspective, especially being grown men and women, that Fanatic Kofa now won't fight for his seat to be speaker, but he won't fight to burn a Capitol building down? Does that add up to you? But the night before the Capitol building could be burned, or a few days before the Capitol building could be burned, the place Thomas Paladin was sitting, the chair that Fanatic Kofa was sitting on, it was there to them. Okay. Put 1 and 1 together now, or 2 and 2 together, however you want to turn it. Yeah. So as Milburn gets back to the news here, Milburn.
Yes, sir. Social Chairman, how are you, my dear? But even though you came on with that splendid history, which of course, Tina history will take the entire show today, because there are a lot of us who like falling in for that history. But I'm doing okay. We're back after the news break. What say you?
Well, Milburn will pick up from where we stopped, because we promised the people, and because we're not liars. So when we promise, we got to deliver, right? I know there are many people listening. We got to remind them about some of these events. So we stopped to the point where in Fanatic Kofa today, they're giving a runaround. Like I said, we warned him. We told him everything. And we told him to take steps. And up until today, we're still telling him to take these steps. If he takes them, great. If not, they will just play him around and put a crime or some kind of charge on his head. And he will get to be running around in circle and giving his head out, because those boys don't care. It's about power. It's about maintaining power and keeping power. It's not about doing what is right. But let's go fast forward about these guys' plan. So the plan, now they couldn't get Cummings or anything, Cummings to pull something different on them, something that they didn't expect. We call that unorthodox, not playing, nothing like that. Just out of not the routine, not the regular thing. So guess what? They had to back off on the case and throw the case out. And Cummings walks as a free man. But that's part of the Unity Party's plan. Right after that, the Unity Party noticed that, you know what they did? They ran away from the CPP. They ran away. Because they couldn't get away, they ran away. All this time, they've been working with CDC. They still working with CDC. Let me tell you today. Part of the reason why I can say it's free for President George Weah and the CDC is because President George Weah and the CDC allowed themselves to work with the Unity Party to protect the Unity Party and Joseph Boakai. Even after what they did to Liberia, instead of doing what is right, they decided that they would come and protect these guys. When President George Weah would make a statement like, oh, we are all connected in Liberia, so we can't do the one, we can't do that one. We can't take this step, we can't take this step. Today, here we are. But Joseph Boakai is in power now. So the main plan is to go after the opposition leaders because they want to consolidate power. I will try to be using big words and breaking it down as much as I can. Consolidate power means they won't keep power. They won't stay in power. Yeah. So as part of what they do, they have a strategy. They have a simple strategy, a very simple strategy. And here's the simple strategy. This simple strategy, CDC could not use this strategy because CDC was new to the political arena and were not that powerful. So they did not understand how to use the courts and other things. They tried it with Kabina Jane. Even when they succeeded in the noise scheme and the backfire after 2019, when Jelon became elected, they said they would not use the court anymore. But Unity Party understand this. They know how to go through the court and the judiciary system. They know that. So this is what they decided to do. This is what they have decided to do to consolidate power. Anybody who they found critical, let me start with the critical people. Anybody who they found critical or whatever it is, they will intimidate you first thing by putting you in jail. But listen to this. Anybody who they found that you will stand against them or you're critical of them, they will find a ways to put you in jail as a threat or as a means to disgrace you or keep you on record so that they can use it against you as a blackmailing tool. I'll give you a typical example. What are the private key? You can hear them talking, and you can hear all of them prison there. And they're trying to put you in jail for one there and saying, listen, There's a psychological cost. Listen, it's a message that they send to you. So what they've decided to do, the method they've decided to send, because they decided to operate, they've decided that they will disgrace Fanatic Kofa, put him in jail, a lot of other lawmakers who stood with him. To make sure they lock all of them out to send a message that you're fall in line or will get anything over you. You can rest assured that when they put them in jail, they will release them. Whether through pardon, presidential pardon, or whatever it is. Rest assured that. Because this is the strategy. The only reason why they will not do it because we're exposing it currently and they will change tactics. But as soon as they change the tactics, we inform the public. So let's go back to this thing because this thing is important for us to understand. Joseph Boakai, Jeremiah Kun, the Unity Party, they have decided to go against the opposition. And what they want to do is to squeeze the opposition to the wall. And this is a tactics that were used by other dictators that live in Liberia. We got a couple of videos that we'll share tomorrow, we'll play tomorrow to the public. We'll play some videos tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll try not to do plenty of talking, we'll play some videos. We will.
Indeed.
So they have decided, they have identified these 5 guys. With Tiawan Gonglomba, he stay on the fence with them. Because 1 minute with them, 1 minute not with them. So they stay on the fence with him. And so what to do with him here? They think they can easily sway him to, in the middle. He stay wishy-washy. So they're not putting too much out on him. But let's start with the attention. The first person that wanted to rise up to the United Party was Fanatic Kofa. When they noticed that Fanatic Kofa started bringing people around him, started making himself powerful, started trying to bring things around or whatever it is, you know what they did? They shut him down, took him from that seat really quick. And now any criminal defendant, he passing around here. If I think about a criminal defendant, okay, because a strategy. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next person. We told y'all a few weeks ago that they were going to go after all of the political leaders. We told y'all that they will go after Musa Benete. We did tell you. And Musa Benete is part of the people that stood with Fanatic Kofa. They will go after him. I'm saying it today, it's not a joke. And they will do it to the point that Musa Benete is not careful. They will disgrace him. Even here, we only show today. We're telling you again. Before this noise could come, we started telling you because they plotted it. But in order to go after Musa Benete, one of the things they need to do, they need to scrape him off financially. First thing first. They don't want to go in the legislature to start attacking him there yet. Because they don't have too much on him there as of now. They try by saying that they were going to collect signature to remove him or whatever. They see that I want not working. They switch tactics, bring him back to where we can get him, which is the businesses he has. And listen to this because this is very interesting and very important. The businesses that he has, we'll make sure we attack those businesses. We'll make sure we take monies away from him. We'll make sure we do this, we did that, we do that. So guess what? They have, after all of his businesses, they want to keep him in the corner. They want to make sure that they subject him and squeeze into the wall so that he can
succumb to them, right?
He can fall in line. Remember the statement Dr. Tappe made about wanting the CMC to work with them. It was a coded message Dr. Tappe was sending. And that coded message was resisted by the statement that what he made, Musa Hassan, that CMC will never work with them.
Yes.
They move to the next step. You're listening to this, so these guys are crafted criminally. And we'll tell you what you need to do.
And the fellow minister said that quite recently. He said that in fact they're the champion when it comes to.
And guess what they did? They decided to push it to the next level. It can't be just war because Musa now won't fall in line, not getting a code. They will squeeze them. So then now they decide to go on with it, what they're doing. They think what they're doing, let me tell you today, it has nothing to do with benefiting Liberian people. No, it has nothing to do with them. They had a scene where removing Fanatic Kofa had nothing to do with the Liberian people benefit or doing good for the Liberian people. It got nothing to do with the Liberian people benefiting. But let's move forward. We told you that they will go after Simon Freeman, and you saw the grab mouth working there, they lacking up for a few hours and they free. And you see that?
You stop talking every time, though. You're not even talking.
But when we're Mazakinias will say what in, brother? What did he say again? They get criminality hanging on here, they got person hanging on private key. Like go to about United Party. They will lock him up. I'm not telling you. We know who we are dealing with. We understand the tactics. Look, let me tell you something. We have sat down to study these people and their behavior pattern, and we can predict their outcome. We know how the United Battle will end, and we tell the Labrador how it will end. We tell the Labrador we're not rushing about that yet. We don't want to talk about it, and we want to talk about what they are doing and how they're going about it. So the grab moves Maxwell come here, put him in jail, freeing out a few. The reason why they put a couple of people around him is because they want to use it as a cover. But the main target of Maxwell came here. Now they are on to Musa Hassan Belede. If Musa Hassan Belede does not take steps, proactive, and position himself, they will get him. They will get him up to the point where they will arrest him. If you're here today, you're here. You're here it. You're here it. These guys are brave. They don't care. They're reckless. But let's move on to the next person. Is this Simeon Freeman went on air? His own money, what he making? He said he's wearing 400 because he was making the analogy that he can't steal the money that he said he stole.
Yes, exactly.
Because the watch that he wearing is even more than that money, right? And you see how they spin it, they brought Eugene Fagon to start the noise because they've been setting for him too. They got a plan around him and they want to squeeze in. You start hearing the apologists and the surrogates, like what the other one is, that other confused, I don't know, Charles Yate or whatever it is, that confused one, what can ISO that all been doing in Labrador. You start hearing and reading things like, then let's look at DSTV on the contract. That thing when you see they say they set up somebody to be Jeremiah Kune to go visit the prices or whatever they're looking into it. My brother, is a trap for all of the politicians that have businesses in Liberia. Yeah, today. Those boys already got a plan set in motion. They will go after them. So now they start attacking Simeon Freeman. Let me say this to the ANC people. They will come after Elizabeth Cummings. You'll watch and see. They will. They tried the first time, he escaped. Oh, you think they're doing? The only reason why you see they pump their brakes a little bit because Elizabeth Cummings is not talking. He's not in the political arena. And you see they pump their brakes on George Weah too a little bit because he's not in the political arena, he's not talking. Soon as you get vocal, soon as you start talking, they start to implement the plan. So this thing is not a joking matter. This is a serious thing. We saw this thing with Samuel Kanyando and other people that did it in a different way. Just tell them they did it in a different way. You know, like I said, tomorrow we'll play some of these videos where you were here, they got Roosevelt Johnson. You were here, Roosevelt Johnson speaking. You were here, Sekou Damate speaking about Charles Taylor. Then we'll bring it down to the most recent and different times. So you can understand that the cycle these guys are in, it's not a new cycle. The United Party, you think CDC were dangerous? You have the most dangerous group of people you have ever seen in the political landscape in time. They've been around. Don't forget, Joseph Boakai is a product of the PRC government. Or some of you who don't know history. If some of you don't know today, I'm telling you today so you can understand. Joseph product of PRC government. What you guys are doing.
Steve, I just want to jump in a little bit before I know maybe I'm going to be going to the line. I just want to agree with you 100%. Everything you said. But one thing that I know though, but you see, power can make people crazy. It can make some people stupid. But there's always tomorrow. Power has limits. Everything they say, you just said they will try. But they will not be successful at everything. After that, power belongs to the people. For Musa Belete, the CMC, we will not hold back. We're going to fight them. We will not hold back. Whatever way we can do legally, we'll fight them. And I can tell you, they will not win it. Because Labrador people don't like people taking advantage of other people. They will find themselves on the other side of the bargaining. I can tell you that. Let us continue to do it and see how it's going to end. I mean,
so
their sense of entitlement, the entitlement syndrome that they have, making them to look like they own the country, they own everybody in the country. I don't want to make a monk crazy child. That's all I can tell you. Just watch and see the process.
So, maybe
yes.
ask a question before maybe we'll go to the lines because
actually,
where your question?
Because we've been talking about these things for ever so long. Sometimes when we come in, when we say these things, the people think that maybe we're just talking yeah, maybe because we want to talk about everything we've been saying from the day that the government came to power up to now, everything is coming to reality. And so my question is, Steve, so if this trend continue, what's going to happen next? What are you predicting? Because sometimes Mr. Cullen just stated that maybe you will want to do certain thing to maybe to some people, or you may not do, you may not continue. Even with even hearing Samuel Koga, they are even also try to even fight Samuel Koga. So what are you sensing?
But tomorrow we'll talk about Samuel Koga a little bit and what's playing behind the back. But bon, I can say this to you and the Labron people based on facts, reality, history, and everything else. And this is not against the CDC, this is not against the Unity Party-led government or Joseph Boakai or anything. We are here to speak the truth. And we've said it to you guys that going forward, we'll try to not use certain words because people spoke with us. We had some very good conversations behind closed doors. And, you know, we'll stick with the issues. Or maybe I can tell you that they will be successful to some extent. They will be. I can tell you that for a fact. They will be successful to some extent. No, bon. I don't want to lie to you that they will not be successful. Let's not get into that illusion. Let's not. They will be successful.
Steve, I agree with you. To some extent, that's why I said they will not be successful with everybody. To some extent, they will be successful, but it's not going to go well. Everything's not going to go well with them, and the ramification will be severe for them. I can tell you that.
Yes. So, Melbourne, they will be successful, but like Mr. Kenneth said, I want to agree with him 100% that these guys will not maintain that. Because let me say this, Melbourne, the player problem will come from another opposition and not us. You have too much ambitious people within the party. Too much people that are eyes on the presidency. And too much games being played amongst themselves with each other. Right now, it's a game. They're working based on convenience. So let's say, for example, me, you, and Segu here, you know, and Segu won their position. I won a position. But if we think we all can come together and make Monto low by, then we all come together and make Monto low by because it's convenient for all of us. Still maintain ourselves. For example, I'll give you a typical example. You see that Sarah Beslow? It's a deep thing that's happening with that Sarah Beslow and Karishma. That deep thing that's happening. And the thing that's happening, you know, they got certain thing they call security on security. I think Chatterer talk about that thing plenty or lot. Chatterer used to do that thing.
Indeed,
security, yeah. Chatterer, you think you're the best security man, you will sneak and post somebody on YouTube to be watching you because they didn't trust you as the best security man or somebody, you know, so security on security. So every security person got someone as a security person. So here's the thing with this thing. You know, Jeremiah Kun won't position people certain places at the beginning information to keep an eye there because when you get a kind of big ambition, you got to have your eyes all over in different ministries.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
So
Steve,
yeah.
Steve, let me say this. Speaking of Jeremiah Kun, me and somebody were talking today, one of the key government officials, right? This person was like, Seku, you know, the person called me to ask to tell me, say the person who said they will kill me. He said, don't even take it to be anything. The person started laughing. He said, let me tell you something. He said, Jeremiah Kun, the only way for Jeremiah Kun to be president easily is to abrupt Joseph Boakai's presidency. He said, I can tell you. He said, all the things they're talking, Jeremiah Kun can win in the ballot box anywhere because he only got some vote in Nima, not anywhere else. So Jeremiah Kun is working on something. And at the end of the day, the only way Jeremiah Kun can be president. And the person say, now I can tell you. I'm not going to say nothing else. So what happened? They don't trust Jeremiah Kun, and there's a reason why they don't trust Jeremiah Kun. So I will stop there so far.
Well, yeah, Mr. Kenneth, you're 100% correct. So you see the place that problem will come from. Don't underestimate Jeremiah Kun. Let me say it today. Don't underestimate Jeremiah Kun. I'm not saying he will win presidency. But don't underestimate him
Yep.
in the effort to destroy you or to undermine you. Go ask your way. Go ask your way. Go ask your way. And I will say this on the show today so we can have it on record for all of us. Joseph Boakai main problem will be the people from Nima County. You're here today. Joseph Boakai problem will be Nima County. You're here today. Joseph Boakai problem will be Nima County. All those boys that are from United Party that Jeremiah could call and open up to, and they play Jeremiah and went and double crossing. Jeremiah is aware, you know what time it is. So now they can change. You used to be million Jeremiah go find eating. And you used to be eating the man food and fun. Then you're finished, you go tell Joseph Boakai, you go tell the other person. Yeah. Okay. The king is on. And you're planning your different, the one part we'll talk about it another day. And you're planning your different thing, whether that's Sarah Beslow, that Yombly there, and the other put in, you're trying to conglomerate, you're getting Gafwan in there, you're playing game around there, no problem, no problem. No problem. Y'all go Nima, y'all see it. Me, I will stay with the poor in Nima country. I want you to hear ever lover. Me, I will be with the poor in Nima country. Yeah, Jeremiah Kun deserve to be vice president, to be president when Joseph Boakai is not there. That's what we voted for. We agree on that. But maybe let's open the line. Tomorrow we'll continue the conversation.
Yeah, actually, thank you, man. Actually, yeah, I like the.
No, we remember them people. I will simple right now.
After some time, we have to, bring these stories, to our people so that they can think about what happened in the past. Hello, today's caller. Good evening. Let's go to the line to interview with our callers. David King.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor.
Yes.
Let me say a good evening to the rest of the panelists. Joseph Boakai he's traveling on the Dinyara path. I don't think such a old man should have the kind of mind that you got. If you try to strangulate people like Musa Belete, who have been an assistant to you in many ways, as far back as the day you didn't buy the kingdom power.
12 years.
The hell is that he did.
Yes.
So today, you want to go after him because he too has the right to become president of the republic, and you see that as a threat, and you want to tie him down. I think he's traveling on he trekking on the Dinyara path, and those guys that are in the United Party, some of them must have been paid a rent, must have been get their vehicles.
Every made some of them.
Okay, so today, some of them senator today, you have Musa Belete money that made them senator. I won't call him, but you know that. Okay, so for those guys to sit today and start to plot against the brother because he too has the right to become president, and you want to strangulate him, destroy all of the businesses because he's going faster than you. Nobody told you not to move. You got the gavel in your hand. You can move like you more than him. But why you don't want to move? Why you been on stealing? Now, GS just give out another report. $10 million cannot be accounted for across all government land ministry and agency. What they doing with the money? Why are they stealing? Robbing the Liberian people. But 2009, they will get that pay. Thank you.
Thank you, David King. Keep the calls coming 0770203125. That's the number to come, and there, but you're right. Even if Musa Hassan, they made some people, made a lot of people, in fact, who are even into the party hierarchy today, who are also fighting hard to see it downfall. Hello, today's caller. Good evening. I'm okay, man. Dear, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Mahmoud Sef. I'm calling you from Browville. Really for me, I just want to speak on the issue of truth and falsehood. The issue of truth and falsehood, as long as you are on the path of truth, you have nothing to fear. If there is falsehood, there is something for you to fear. For example, if the way you all are in that studio, powering this particular program, every day we call, we share our view. If there is anybody or any one of you or the group of you have anything honestly motive that you'll get together with it, and then you'll make sure that we do this, but then later you'll note that it's not true. Tomorrow, at the end of the day, it's going to be chocolate. What do I mean by that? Today, they are now going behind Honorable Bulletin. As long as, for me, I feel Honorable Bulletin knows very well that there isn't anything. There is a contract that they are going through it, and at the end of the day, he's doing whatever he's doing. Some of them feel that probably they have something in corner against him. It's going to burst out. The truth will come out one day. So I just have to say, let him continue to keep his faith. And at the end of the day, tomorrow, time will tell.
Thank you. Now, the night day for Rock, one day for Master. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, Hebron. How are you?
I'm okay, my dear. Thank God for life. Go ahead.
I'm Rose Smith calling from Barclay.
Thank you, my Rose, for joining us.
For what I can say this evening, let the government know that an hungry dog is an angry dog. One day we'll buy the One day we'll buy the what we are faced with right now in the country, one of these days, in my home, direct or indirectly, and to the CNC, they try to reach a general community so that they can ask for women leaders, we can put ourselves together. Since that is the way the cabinet they want to suppress other people, for them we give our support to CNC.
Thank you, my dear. That's the best way. Hello, today's caller, good evening. Yes, go ahead. Please move away from the noise. I don't know whether you can care or something. Okay, go ahead.
Neighbor, can you get that person number, please, for me?
I appreciate all of you on the show today, tonight, and also I want to appreciate my government. This government is doing everything well, and I want to assure you guys that what Benedict is doing, the Honorable Benedict is doing, is wrong. Hearing telling about the putting down one.
What kind of foolishness am I talking about?
For 35 cents to 2 cents, he said
Neighbor, no. We're not getting to that foolishness, man. Allow me go call Clash Bureau there and go talk there. You see, talk stupid here. The government is not doing anything but taking people business from there. No. That no. That particular person, I don't want to hear him. Let him go call the cash bureau there and tell you nonsense there.
Yes, go ahead.
That's it. Take the next call. We want to that stupid person.
Yeah, go ahead.
So long you're not a member of the Unity Party, you do everything to go against you. Once you do it good for the country people to know you, they'll go against you. You know, with Jeremiah Cooper, not just for him. Actually, for 2029 to go for him. Or nobody.
Okay. Thank you. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yes, go ahead.
Some people that got poison body. I don't know, people won't move up to 1%, but not follow it. I don't think other people call on the platform to express the thing, you know, and it's sudden. That put it there for interview. Call it off. Is that you want to run the presidency? Or move up the lady?
My man, go call a one campaign for the Jolo Baka. Who for him, man?
You know, you don't hear.
Who for him? Yeah, my man, go campaign to Jolo Baka. Go to Jolo Baka show. Go call them. You can't come on here and praise government for taking.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Khan. Hello? No, Mr. Khan, go ahead. Are you the one talking to? I pause the caller. I don't know what are you? Your line. So yeah, okay. Anyway, go ahead. Luis, you should please call back. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Khan. Well, I don't know what happened, but Mr. Khan. All right, so let me see. I don't know what happening with Mr. Khan. Yeah, hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, my dear brother, Mabel, how are you, bro?
I'm okay, my dear. Thank God for life. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's say we forgot about me there.
Yeah,
Sometimes, my brother, we have BVA. But I've also talking about Nigerian people, money, what have you. How individual try to save Nigerian people money more than government?
Who government now? So what your own understanding? Hello. So what your own understanding in our storage team? Maybe in 1 minute time quickly. What your own understanding in our storage?
Yeah, my lovely brother. Yeah. What I understood is that 35 cents, right? 35 cents will reduce to 2 cents, right? To benefit, right?
Go ahead. I listen to you.
No, thank you very much. Even if the 5 cents go to benefit, then the balance 30 cents go to the government. Would that be okay, my brother, neighbor?
Who the money going to? That's the question. I want you to understand. Maybe I want you to tell us what your own. If you don't understand, then just say, my brother, I don't know. Because it's almost like when you get us. Hello. No. But you're not interpreting the way, maybe the right way. Because if you understand it, I think then you interpret it the right way.
Yeah, better is seeing that the 35 cents is for him, for a company, right? Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much. That's what I want to my brother. The LPRC is saying no, they want to reduce that money. Better she charity to 2 or 5 cents, the balance money go to government. Government for the Nigerian people. And now, mind you, right after this, you know the next step is that all the money that they're receiving for the past years, up to now, you want to pay them, pay for it?
All right. All right, thank you. You don't understand our whole thing. Hello to this caller, good evening.
Neighbor, thank you for having me. Good evening to you. My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Kew. I call from District 2. So, neighbor, let me appreciate you. If Steven or the other fellow Sekou ask you to cut me off, that will be fair. But I want to talk to you directly as a brother and friend. You are in Liberia. You have a future here. Those guys in America, they don't care what happened in this country. If even there were crashes, they will send in America and work at you in studio and all that. That's not a business. If you say you have a political show, you can allow people to do it. You know how many times you try to govern a future in that kind of form and manner, nobody go after you. Then when ordinary Liberians, and when they started the on the show, you asking people what this on the analysis. So are you saying if tomorrow the director who has become president anywhere is elected as the information minister, right? Or the press secretary, is that how you want to be is? How are you going to convince the ordinary people to even buy into what you're pushing? That is wrong. I called to actually speak to you directly because you on the ground, you will interact with Liberia. Don't guys in America they live in luxury.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the issue now. I hear that. It's okay.
Yes, here's the issue. Let me say this to them.
No, go straight to the issue. Don't be attacking people, please. Let's go straight to the issues.
I'm not attacking them. I'm straight to the issue, people. This government, let me tell you, one of the strengths of the United Party is propaganda. So I can say this for a fact. If you that on the ground cannot tell them that every country in this country is feeling the impact of development, there's so many companies to come to Pluto and explain to them. They're going, and the police can't need the southeast. Across the country, right? The southeast, a war are terrible. The price of rice has dropped drastically. The price of the children produce, right?
All right, well, it's okay. Thank you. They say yeah. Hello, so they call up last, maybe second to the last call. Yeah, hello. Hello, go evening. Well, I think you got to change your location. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and your food in the diaspora. Yeah, Peter the Lakers are called from under the street in Lord Johnsonville. Neighbor, I don't know why the guys from Unity Party are just crying and the Honorable Musa Ability is doing his business. And when you spend time, you will get a tax return. So the guys should be telling us what are the tax return that Musa Ability is getting. What's the amount? We need to stop this kind of deception and hypocrisy in the policy of Liberia. This government is a rescue. You have 1.6 at the Ministry of Finance and 2.8 million that. But a man that came, that established unit in established his own company when the masters of the liberals are employed. And the government and the fever was pledging by the action and the innovation of which ability, the feel that they can panic in repetition and everybody, the guys should go and a certain amount of a certain percentage in government cover. Government is just the government of people to trust.
All right, thank you so much. Let me go to brother Louis. Louis been struggling for a little time now. Louis, good evening. You will be our last caller.
I enjoy the show when there are diversity in views. And I want Sekou to come down. He's a leader in the CMC. I don't like a show that go with one view. Even people bash a government official, I don't get a problem with it. There should be diversity. There should be difference in view. The only thing you need to be polite, you need to be refined, and you need to be tolerant and be respectful. That's the most important thing. Don't really insult. But it's good to have difference in view. Nobody will go to the point. You see the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? Passport. Passport is $50. Okay? Express is $100. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs collect money. That's fees. That's charges. You see the Ministry of Internal Affairs? If you go for a certificate, you pay towards it. That's not taxing. I default with the representative of Grand G there. We're reading the things since it came out. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs collect money. LPRC has a statutory responsibility. Now, let me ask you a question. We're doing a research in the sub-region. In Sierra Leone, it's 0.2 cents. So, if you and Pony and Steve decide to send an import fuel, Steve is our brother, send a petroleum product, and we pay 0.2 cents. Is that a benefit for us? Like Green, you have $500,000. Steve is my partner. We are petroleum importer. We're no longer paying 35 cents. We pay seed and pony. We got our terminal in time here. We pay 2 cents. It's profitable for us. If we do the math, we're then reading. We're then comparing in the sub-region. All you say, my boy, is that the money collected should be used in the intel of it. That's a key aspect.
Exactly.
They got Sharia Della. They got other importers. They got a lot of people. It's not Mr. Ability is doing well. I got no problem with him. The only thing is that profit margin is going to trap because we do the math. If you bring $1 million, 2 cents times $1 million, but on a larger scale, on a general scale, if Liberian importers are paying 2 cents per gallon to a storage farm, the storage facility, if Pune is importing and Steve is that's better. Sierra Leone is 2.8 cents.
All right.
So LeBron dropped from 35 cents to 2 cents.
Thank you.
It's welcome.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. We got to go, Steve.
Before we bring the panelists, I've been having this call up from let me just get him 30 seconds. Call up 30 seconds because we don't have much time, please.
Yes, Steve, thank you very much, man. Let me say good evening to Mabel and simple good evening. This is Abraham Conant. First thing first, Mabel, don't sit on the show for any United Party call up brigade attempt and pacify you or anything. You are in Liberia. Look at the scenario that Hossein Kiawu is giving you. You live in Liberia. You are under the brunt of everything over there, and he's trying to come and lecture you about development issues, quote unquote development in Liberia, as if you are living on another planet. That's one. Don't even listen to that. The rhetoric. Those are the very people that I told you. They said that development if people will be in Liberia. Right now, as we speak, Liberia is the second hungriest country in Africa over there, and they're saying nothing about it. Now, lastly, Steve,
yeah, please.
The issue about the storage facility, the government is trying to levy taxes. Now, because it's trying to backfire the necessary for the fees. You don't have storage facilities. Most of them have been paid to store a foreign product. You did not go steal money from the government. Now, if you're trying to siphon that for him, then you might as well go to, it should be done through legislative proceeding where it's going to be taxes, but then they call it fees because they know they don't have the authority to run such a tax on imported product.
Thank you so much.
But I know this is a huge topic.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
1 minute.
So,
1 minute. The opposition camp, they have been quiet. They were very vigorous when the Georgia officials were censured particularly because why? Their person was felt in Washington, D.C.
Thank you.
They need to do that to this government.
Thank you so much. Tk you. Yes, Mr. Kana, go ahead before we bring more.
Yeah.
quickly, we don't have a lot of time.
Yes, please.
Because I never had good signals. People keep calling me. Let me say this to the color brigade: your nonsense is not going to sell here. Your government does not have tolerance. Your government does not provide level playing field for everybody in the country. Do you want us to have a level playing field for you to come market your stupidity on our platform? No. You talking about level playing field here? You have a government that is not allowing people to have their will, to have their business. I saw someone even saying that, oh, you can't mix politics and business. They're telling you directly, when you're a business person, you don't get involved with politics. Donald Trump is president today of America. He's a businessman. Everybody reserve the right to participate in politics. But if your government cannot allow people to move freely, to participate, to associate or disassociate freely, you want to talk about a level playing field here and tolerance? And the people that we're talking about here, talking about all Liberian people, common people. You are not the common people, you are the color brigade. You are the nonsensical people who are sent to come and dilute the conversation, to destroy the minds of the Liberian people in the midst of your corruption. So we don't have time for all that nonsense. Every time you come here to spew lies and deception, we'll cut you off. If you want to go to your color brigade, go to your class rule leader and useless rule leader, do whatever you want to do there. Nobody's going to stop you. But the regular Liberian people will be given a chance to speak here, not those who will come here to kind of defend lies and deception.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Thank you so much. Monk, quickly, we'll give you the rest of the time. You didn't have too much here.
I told you one of the major problems like bro is the idea of comprehension. When you listen to the caller, you will get to know that the vast majority, they don't even understand what's happening. And a salient point, Luis said the profit margin is going to drop. And when don't forget, the storage facility got their own operating costs. They want you to believe that the likes of Musa Belede are the reason prices are high for basic commodities because of the storage fees, right? That the money is not going directly to the government coffers. But the first question you want to ask them, who came up with the 35 cents per gallon on this? And what informed that decision to come from 35 cents to 2 cents? Because the whole idea is they want to gain the monopoly of the process. Then they can pay winners. They can pick winners and losers in the process. And in order for you to be on the winning side, you got to play to their tune. That's exactly what is going on. So that's why I said yesterday, it's not about generating more government revenue because the LPRC, the Freeport, and all the state-owned enterprises, they are not even noted for making remittances to the government consolidated account. So it's not about how much they collect. It's all about how much they are putting in the government account. So the common sense here is, if they cannot already put the required amount in the government consolidated account, it does not matter how much they generate in fees or taxes. The state are not going to remit it. The only thing they are doing is they are weaponizing state power so they can pick winners and losers in business. When you go against them, they destroy you and they destroy your business. That's exactly what's going on. But when you listen to the scholar, they don't even understand the game. And that's what the problem is in Liberia. The people who are victims, they cannot even realize their own victimization. We got a long way to go on radio, bro. In terms of it's
Thank you so much. Before we turn over to Melbourne, I just want to remind you tomorrow will be on by the grace of God. Tomorrow we'll talk about the whole Fanatical Fact case and how it's going to play out with the government, especially with the guy who was confirmed raped. Yeah, under Joseph Boaga government, the rape.
Oh yes, tomorrow we'll discuss that. You're right.
The international implication for it that you want to talk about. Now you're bringing distraction with this one, and you're doing. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. So tomorrow, the show will be hot. I see you're attacking Sekou.
Yeah.
Well,
they got me to deal with through all their life, because you know what? We will not allow them to come and market their falsehood here. That's all. We're not allow them to happen. Let them go on their useless reload and go do it there.
Melbourne is on you. Melbourne is on you.
Don't matter.
You're not a politician now, Mr. Kane.
Melbourne will leave it with you. Melbourne.
My man, Melbourne. These people there, when they say they're good at propaganda, you know what they're good at? They're good at lie and deception. They think they can come and mesmerize you here and make it act like they got sense. But they're a bunch of liars and
and people that are corrupt, they will just come here to lie to the Liberian people, making it to look like they're playing the sympathy to the Liberian, with the Liberian people. But they are the main problem because they are here to defend any Liberian, any good Liberian, any Liberian will struggle for ability for what they are doing to him right now. One can lie, you can talk about guy.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. Blessing that time and effort.